In this video, we will be introducing statistics. Let's first define statistics. It is the art and science of collecting, organizing, analyzing, presenting, and interpreting data. Statistics is the study and manipulation of data, including ways to gather, review, analyze, and draw conclusions from data. Statistics has two fields. First, we have theoretical. It is concerned with the development of the mathematical foundations of the methods used in applied statistics. It allows understanding of the rationale behind the statistical methods. Second, we have the applied statistics. It is concerned with the procedures and techniques used in the collection, organization, analysis, presentation, and interpretation of data. This field is studied in order to learn how to select and properly implement appropriate statistical methods. There are two types of applied statistic. First, we have the descriptive and inferential. The difference between descriptive and inferential statistics will be discussed in a separate video. Now, let's talk about sample and population. The green circle here represents our population. The blue circle represents the sample. How do we define population? Population is the collection of all elements under consideration in a statistical inquiry. Sample is a subset of the population. The data collected in a population is called census. The data collected in a sample is called survey. The measures used in a population is called parameter. And the measure used for sample is called statistics. Just a recap, census and survey are the data collected, and parameter and sample statistics are the measures of data. Now, let's talk about data and datasets. Data are facts and figures collected, summarized, analyzed, and interpreted. Datasets are the data collected in a particular study. Elements are entities on which data are collected. Variable are characteristic of interest for the elements. Observation are measurements collected on each variable for every element in a study provided data. Now, let's practice to identify the data in datasets. Now we have here the survey made with the students, and the survey includes their age, gender, expenses, allowance, and GPA. The age, gender, expense, allowance, and GPA, those are called the variables. The student, A, B, C, D, and F, those are called the elements. The values inside the variables, those are called observation. And the value for one variable is called data value. How can we count for the number of elements, variable, observation, and data value? For variables, we have 5. Those are the age, gender, expense, allowance, and GPA. For the number of elements, we have letter A to letter F. That is 6. What is the number of observation? You should base it on the number of elements. Let's say we have the observation for student B. So that is her age is 20, gender is female, expense is 20, allowance is 350, and GPA is 3.33. Therefore, for student B, we only have one observation. But for the observation for student A, B, C, D, E, F, we have a total of 6 observation. And the data value for the GPA of student D is only 1. However, for the total data value, we have 30 because we have 6 elements and we have 5 variables. Therefore, we have 30 data value. Qualitative and quantitative datasets. Qualitative datasets can be grouped by specific categories. Statistical analysis are rather limited when we are using qualitative data. When we are using quantitative data, we are using the numeric values to indicate how much or how many. There are two types of quantitative data. If we are satisfying the how much, we are considering it as continuous data. If we are satisfying the how many, we are considering the data as discrete. Scales of measurement. It is the process of determining the value or label of the variable based on what has been observed. There are 4 properties which we will use to determine the types of scale of measurement. First, we have the identity, magnitude, equal intervals, and absolute zero. 4 types of scale of measurement. First, we have the nominal. When we are using the nominal, the data are labels or names. And we are using a non-numerical or numeric code. What are the example of nominal measurement? We have here the gender, school ID, address. Those are example of nominal measurement. Next is ordinal. When we are using ordinal, the order and rank are important. Therefore, the order and rank will provide a meaningful data. What are the example of ordinal scale? We have here the grade, level of satisfaction, or happiness. Interval contains both the properties of nominal and ordinal and should be expressed in fixed unit of measurement. Therefore, it is always numeric. What are the example of interval? We have here the temperature and income. And last is the ratio. It contains all properties of nominal and ordinal and interval. Meaning, the ratio of two values will provide meaningful data. What are the example of ratio? We have height, weight, sales, or market share. Recap on 4 types of scale of measurement. For nominal, it contains the identity property. For ordinal, it contains the magnitude and identity property. For interval, it contains equal intervals, magnitude, and identity. And for ratio, it contains all properties. Let's summarize level of measurement. The sequence of variable is established and it is present using the ordinal, interval, and ratio scale of measurement. For the mode, it is included for all scale of measurement. For the median, it is not available in the nominal, but it is present in the ordinal, interval, and ratio. Mean is only present for interval and ratio. The difference between the variable can be evaluated in the interval and in the ratio. Addition and subtraction of variables can be done using the interval and ratio scale of measurement. The multiplication and division of variables can be done in the ratio, and absolute zero is only for ratio. Let's summarize the scales of measurement. First, we have our data. Our data can be a quantitative or a qualitative data. When we are having a quantitative data, it is numerical. When we are talking about numerical data, it can be interval or it can be a ratio. A qualitative data, it can be a numerical and it can be a non-numerical. For the numerical, it can be a nominal or an ordinal data. For non-numerical, it can be nominal or an ordinal data. Therefore, when it is a qualitative data, regardless if it's numerical or non-numerical, it can be a nominal or an ordinal data. But if the data is quantitative, it should be understood that it is numerical and it can be an interval or a ratio data. That's the end of our video. Thank you all for watching and see you next time.